Are you tired of feeling overwhelmed by life's chaos? What if I told you that you could find calm in the storm and regain control over your emotions? Welcome to the world of Stoicism. In this video, I'll show you practical, everyday strategies to practice Stoicism and transform your mindset. Get ready to embrace challenges and unlock a new level of resilience that will change how you approach every moment. Let's dive in. 1. Morning reflection. Imagine waking up in the morning and instead of diving straight into the chaos of the day, you take just a few moments to center yourself. Picture a brief pause to set the tone, gather your thoughts, and mentally prepare for whatever comes your way. This is the Stoic practice of morning reflection, a simple, powerful way to anchor yourself before the world starts demanding things from you. Let's break it down and make this an easy, daily habit that feels less like a chore and more like a tool for living better. Step 1. Visualize the day ahead. When you wake up, start by closing your eyes for a few moments and picturing the day ahead. Think about what's coming, the meetings, the commutes, the tasks, even the people you're going to see. This isn't about worrying or stressing. It's about preparing yourself mentally. Ask yourself, what challenges might I face today? For example, if you know you'll face a tough conversation, acknowledge it now. Picture it and think about how you want to respond, not react. Visualizing potential challenges sets you up to handle them with a calm, prepared mindset instead of being blindsided. When you know what's coming, you're less likely to get knocked off course. Step 2. Set intentions for how you'll react. Once you've visualized the events of the day, it's time to set some intentions. This part is key. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control what happens, but we can always control our responses. Ask yourself, how do I want to show up today? Maybe you're aiming to be more patient, less reactive, or more compassionate. By setting these intentions, you're training your mind to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. These intentions act like a compass, keeping you grounded when things inevitably go sideways. This way, you're not just reacting to life's events, you're engaging with them on your terms. Step 3. Practice gratitude for the day ahead. Here's where the Stoic mindset really kicks in. Take a moment to appreciate the day in front of you. Instead of dreading the hard parts, think of them as opportunities to grow. The Stoics called this amor fati, the love of fate. Whatever happens today, good or bad, will teach you something. Say to yourself, I am grateful for today, no matter what it brings. This isn't just about forced optimism. It's a way to embrace the day with acceptance. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean you're blind to challenges. It means you're facing them with resilience and open-mindedness. You're taking life as it comes without letting setbacks throw you off balance. Step 4. Carry your reflection with you. The power of Stoic morning reflection doesn't end with the morning. As you move through your day, remember those intentions and carry that mental calm with you. Life will still throw curveballs, but with this reflective grounding, you're more prepared to handle them. If things start to get overwhelming, pause and remind yourself of your morning reflection. Let it bring you back to center. Practicing morning reflection is like setting your mental armor for the day. It takes just a few minutes, but those minutes create a foundation of calm and resilience. So, as you rise tomorrow, take that pause, visualize your day, set your intentions, and embrace what comes with gratitude. A steady, clear mind awaits you. All you need is a few moments to get there. 2. Negative visualization. Imagine a life where you never take anything for granted. Every moment, every person, every opportunity is a gift, and you're keenly aware of it. That's the power of negative visualization, a Stoic exercise that flips the typical think positive approach on its head. Instead of focusing solely on what we want, negative visualization asks us to imagine losing what we already have. Sound uncomfortable? It is. But that discomfort can spark a powerful sense of gratitude and appreciation. Here's how you can practice negative visualization in a way that genuinely impacts your life, helping you appreciate the present and worry less about what you can't control. control. Step 1. Start small and close to home. Begin by picking one small but meaningful part of your daily life, something you often take for granted. It could be the warmth of your morning coffee, the comfort of your bed, or even the presence of a loved one. Now, imagine for a moment that it's gone. Picture waking up tomorrow and it's no longer there. How does it feel? Take that feeling in for a moment. Yes, it might feel unsettling, but that's the point. Negative visualization brings a sharp awareness of life's fleeting beauty. Instead of breezing through those small moments, you'll find yourself savoring them a little more. Step 2. Expand to bigger parts of your life. Once you're comfortable with imagining the loss of small things, try moving to something larger. Picture losing a key aspect of your daily routine, maybe your health or your job. Think about what it would mean to you if you were suddenly unable to do the things you love. By picturing these situations, you're not inviting bad things to happen. You're simply reminding yourself that life is unpredictable. Stoics believed that by visualizing potential loss, you strengthen your resilience. You also gain a newfound appreciation for what you currently have, no matter how ordinary it might seem. Step 3. Reflect on relationships. This practice can be incredibly impactful when it comes to relationships. Take a few moments to imagine life without a close friend, family member, or partner. How would your life change without them around? When you return from this visualization, you're likely to feel a deepened appreciation for that person and the role they play in your life. This awareness can lead to more thoughtful, meaningful interactions because you're no longer taking them for granted. Step 4. Recognize the purpose, not the pain. It's essential to remember that negative visualization isn't about inviting sadness or dwelling in pessimism. It's about perspective. By periodically considering what life would be like without the people, things, and abilities you cherish, you're training your mind to value them more fully. When life throws challenges your way, you'll find yourself less rattled. You've already prepared for what it might feel like to lose something valuable. This isn't dwelling in darkness. It's a way to face life with both eyes open and a heart that's more open too. Step 5. Practice regularly, but don't overdo it. The beauty of negative visualization is that it doesn't require much time, just a few quiet moments. But like any powerful tool, it's best used sparingly. Choose a moment each week, perhaps on a Sunday evening, to do this exercise and reset your perspective. Practicing negative visualization doesn't mean living in fear of loss. It means embracing the impermanence of life, which helps you live each day with gratitude and resilience. By acknowledging the fragile nature of what we hold dear, you'll find yourself living more fully, appreciating the present, and letting go of unnecessary anxieties. So give this ancient Stoic tool a try. You might just find that life feels a bit richer and more vivid as a result. 3. Voluntary discomfort. What if you could train yourself to be comfortable even when things get uncomfortable? Imagine being able to face challenges without feeling rattled, no matter how tough they get. That's the power of voluntary discomfort, an ancient Stoic practice where you intentionally put yourself in mildly uncomfortable situations. It's not about being hard on yourself, it's about building resilience and learning to appreciate what you already have. Let's dive into how you can practice voluntary discomfort in simple, doable ways that make a real difference in your mental strength and appreciation for life. Step 1. Start with small physical discomforts. Begin with something simple but tangible, like taking a cold shower. Yes, it sounds dreadful, but there's a reason cold showers are a popular form of voluntary discomfort. They're safe, accessible, and short. That initial shock when the cold water hits your skin, that's your mind learning to stay calm under pressure. As you stand in that cold shower, focus on your breathing. Notice the urge to jump out, to quit, and remind yourself that you can handle a few minutes of discomfort. This isn't about toughing it out for bragging rights. It's training your mind to stay composed even when things get uncomfortable. By practicing this regularly, you'll find that other challenges in life start to feel a bit easier to handle. Step 2. Skip a meal mindfully. Fasting is another effective form of voluntary discomfort. It's as simple as skipping a meal, but doing it with intention. The next time you feel that urge to eat, acknowledge the hunger but choose not to act on it. Tell yourself, I am in control of this urge. I can delay this pleasure. This practice teaches you patience and self-control, and it's also a powerful way to appreciate the food you often take for granted. When you finally sit down to eat, you'll savor every bite, and the meal will feel more meaningful. Voluntary discomfort isn't about depriving yourself. It's about breaking free from the constant need for immediate satisfaction. Step 3. Put yourself in socially uncomfortable situations. Maybe you're not a fan of public speaking, or you avoid tough conversations. Whatever it is, find one socially uncomfortable situation and lean into it. For instance, strike up a conversation with a stranger or volunteer to present in a meeting. By doing things that push you out of your comfort zone, you're building confidence and training yourself to stay calm under social pressure. Social discomfort can be more challenging than physical discomfort, but the benefits are just as rewarding. With each uncomfortable interaction, you'll notice that your fear of social situations starts to fade, and you'll gain the ability to handle tricky moments with grace. Step 4. Reflect on the value of comforts you normally overlook. After any voluntary discomfort practice, take a moment to reflect on the comfort you're returning to. That hot shower after a cold one, that meal after fasting, or that moment of relaxation after a challenging conversation. Notice how these comforts feel different, richer. This reflection brings the Stoic idea of gratitude into focus. By intentionally embracing discomfort, you heighten your appreciation for the comforts of life. You stop taking things for granted, and that gratitude leads to a deeper sense of contentment. Voluntary discomfort is a Stoic practice that strengthens both body and mind. You're not just learning to tolerate discomfort, you're training yourself to embrace it as a tool for growth. By practicing this regularly, you'll find that life's unexpected challenges become less intimidating. So, go ahead, try something uncomfortable, face it willingly, and watch as you become a little stronger, a little more resilient each day. 4. Focus on what you can control. Imagine being able to go through life without constantly stressing over what people think, worrying about unexpected events, or getting angry over things beyond your control. Sounds liberating, right? That's the Stoic concept of focusing on what you can control, a powerful tool for staying calm and resilient no matter what's happening around you. Instead of getting caught up in everything that's out of your hands, you zero in on what you can influence: your thoughts, your actions, and your mindset. Let's break down how you can practice this life-changing skill in a way that's practical, easy, and impactful. Step 1. Identify what's within your control. Start by training yourself to recognize what you can and can't control. Every time you find yourself stressed or anxious, pause and ask, do I have any control over this? If the answer is no, like in cases of other people's opinions, the weather, or past mistakes, it's a sign to let it go. Focusing on what you can control is like packing light for a journey. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack full of things you don't need. It just weighs you down. Once you start letting go of those unnecessary burdens, life becomes lighter and more manageable. The energy you would have spent worrying about uncontrollables is now freed up for things you can influence. Step 2. Channel energy into your reactions. When things don't go your way, your first instinct might be to complain, worry, or get frustrated. Instead, try this Stoic approach. Focus on your reaction. Let's say someone is rude to you. You can't control their behavior, but you can control your response. You could react with anger, or you could choose patience, empathy, or simply walking away. This practice gives you a sense of power, even in situations that seem disempowering. By consciously choosing how you react, you're training yourself to stay grounded and avoid getting sucked into other people's chaos. Remember, your reaction is always within your control, and by managing it wisely, you can protect your peace. Step 3. Plan, but don't attach to outcomes. Stoicism doesn't mean abandoning goals. It's about approaching them with a flexible mindset. When you work on something important, put in your best effort, but try not to attach to the outcome. You can control your preparation and dedication, but you can't control every result. Sometimes things will go as planned, and sometimes they won't, and that's okay. Think of it like planting a garden. You can water the plants, give them sunlight, and take good care of them, but you can't control control the weather. Accepting this keeps you from feeling defeated when things don't go perfectly and allows you to appreciate your efforts regardless of the outcome. Step 4. Make letting go a daily practice. Focusing on what you can control is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. Start each day by reminding yourself, today I'll focus only on what's within my control. Throughout the day, check in with yourself. If you catch yourself worrying about something out of your hands, pause, take a deep breath, and refocus. This practice isn't about perfection. It's about gradually building the habit of releasing what doesn't serve you. Over time, you'll find that the more you let go of what you can't control, the more peace and confidence you gain. Focusing on what you can control is more than just a Stoic exercise. It's a mental freedom that can change how you experience life. By keeping your focus on what you can influence and letting go of the rest, you'll find yourself less stressed, more resilient, and genuinely happier. So, the next time you're faced with a challenge, remember this Stoic wisdom. Control what you can, release what you can't, and watch how your life transforms. 5. Amor fati, love of fate. Imagine facing every challenge, setback, and twist in life with the mindset, I am not just okay with this, I love it. This is the heart of amor fati, a powerful Stoic principle that translates to love of fate. Rather than merely accepting life's ups and downs, amor fati encourages us to embrace everything that happens, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as essential to our growth. It's the art of turning obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into stepping stones. Practicing amor fati isn't easy, but it can transform how you approach life's inevitable challenges. Here's how you can bring this Stoic mindset into your daily life and cultivate a deeper resilience and appreciation for the journey. Step 1. Embrace the reality of change. Life rarely goes exactly as we plan. Instead of resisting change or feeling frustrated when things go wrong, try leaning into the unexpected. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can this help me grow? The Stoics believed that everything we encounter is a teacher if we're willing to learn. Imagine being stuck in traffic when you're already late. Instead of seething with frustration, amor fati asks you to accept the situation as it is. Maybe this pause gives you a chance to reflect or listen to a new podcast. Each moment becomes an opportunity to practice patience, humility, and acceptance. Embracing change rather than resisting it frees you from the mental strain of constant disappointment, allowing you to flow with life. Step 2. Reframe obstacles as opportunities. When things don't go as planned, it's natural to feel disappointed or discouraged. But amor fati invites us to look for the hidden benefits in adversity. Suppose you didn't get the job you wanted. Instead of viewing it as a dead end, ask yourself how it could redirect you towards something better or help you develop skills you might need later. Obstacles often hold valuable lessons, and practicing amor fati helps you see them as part of a bigger picture you might not yet understand. This shift in perspective turns setbacks into rich learning experiences where each struggle becomes an essential step on your path. You're not just enduring life's hardships, you're using them as fuel to strengthen yourself. Step 3. Let go of the why me mentality. One of the biggest barriers to amor fati is the why me mindset. When faced with difficulties, it's easy to feel singled out or ask why bad things happen to us. Amor fati urges us to drop this mentality and instead think, why not me? Life is filled with unexpected twists for everyone. Rather than taking it personally, see it as part of the human experience. This shift in thinking allows you to approach challenges without the burden of self-pity or victimhood. You recognize that suffering, loss, and change are universal experiences. When you stop seeing problems as something unfair that's happening to you, you begin to approach life with a more empowered and resilient outlook. Step 4. Practice daily gratitude for everything. Amor fati isn't just about enduring challenges. It's about learning to love everything that life brings, good or bad. Every evening, take a few minutes to reflect on your day and find appreciation for both the highlights and the low points. Write down what went well, but also acknowledge the difficulties and what they taught you. By doing this regularly, you're training your mind to appreciate all facets of life. Gratitude becomes a habit, and even hardships begin to feel like gifts that shape who you are becoming. Practicing amor fati is like putting on mental armor that allows you to move through life's trials with grace and courage. It's not about denying pain or glossing over struggles. It's about choosing to love the process of growth. When you learn to embrace each twist and turn as a part of your unique journey, you gain a profound sense of peace. So, face each day with the mindset of amor fati and watch as life becomes something you love deeply, exactly as it is. 6. Self-discipline and moderation. What if you could master yourself so well that nothing could pull you off track? That's the goal behind Stoic self-discipline and moderation. It's not about restricting joy or living like a monk. It's about learning to control your impulses and knowing when enough is enough. In a world that's constantly telling us to want more, to buy more, and to consume endlessly, Stoic self-discipline is a powerful way to reclaim control over your life and happiness. Here's how you can practice self-discipline and moderation like a Stoic. Simple steps that will make you feel more grounded, fulfilled, and in control of your life. Step 1. Set clear intentions and define your why. The first step to self-discipline is clarity. Without a clear why, your goals and habits will lose their power over time. Decide what matters to you, whether it's health, relationships, financial stability, or personal growth. Stoics believed in living with purpose and aligning their actions with that purpose. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve and why is this important to me? Imagine you're trying to cut back on social media use. Instead of just saying, I'll spend less time online, define your reason. I want to spend less time on my phone so I can be more present with my family and focus on my goals. When you have a clear purpose, it's easier to resist distractions and temptations because you're guided by a strong sense of why it matters. Step 2. Practice small acts of restraint daily. Self-discipline isn't built overnight. It's a muscle that strengthens through practice. Start with small, manageable challenges that allow you to practice restraint. Maybe it's skipping dessert one night, choosing water over soda, or waiting an extra hour before checking your phone in the morning. These little acts of discipline might seem insignificant, but they train your mind to resist impulsive urges and embrace control over your actions. Stoics believed in moderation, enjoying things without letting them control you. By practicing restraint in small ways, you're preparing yourself for larger challenges. Each time you resist an impulse, you're reinforcing your ability to make choices that align with your values. Step 3. Embrace discomfort as a path to growth. We spoke earlier about voluntary discomfort. Self-discipline also requires getting comfortable with discomfort. Whether it's waking up early, sticking to a workout routine, or cutting back on spending, growth often comes from resisting what's easy and choosing what's challenging. Embrace discomfort as a necessary part of becoming a stronger, more resilient person. When you feel tempted to give up or break a habit, remind yourself that every moment of discomfort is a step closer to mastering yourself. Instead of viewing discomfort as something negative, see it as a tool that sharpens your ability to stay focused on what truly matters. Step 4. Reflect and reward progress, not perfection. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on where you showed discipline and moderation. Did you resist an urge to overspend? Did you stick to your exercise routine? Celebrate those wins, no matter how small. Practicing self-discipline doesn't mean being perfect. It means consistently choosing actions that align with your goals. 7. Memento mori, remember death. What if you could unlock a way of living that made every day feel precious, every moment full of meaning? That's what the Stoic practice of memento mori, or remember death, invites us to do. It might sound morbid at first, but the idea isn't about obsessing over mortality. Instead, it's about understanding that life is fleeting and using that understanding to live more fully, with gratitude and purpose. Embracing memento mori allows you to break free from the traps of procrastination and trivial worries, grounding you in what truly matters. Here's how to practice memento mori and bring a sense of clarity, focus, and gratitude into your life. Step 1. Reflect daily on the transience of life. Each morning, take a few minutes to remind yourself that today is a gift, not a guarantee. You don't need to dwell on the idea in a gloomy way. Simply acknowledge that each day is a new chance, one that could be your last. This daily reminder shifts your perspective, helping you approach the day with a sense of urgency and appreciation. Think about what you would do if today were your last? What would you prioritize? Who would you spend time with? This reflection isn't about fear. It's about sharpening your focus on what truly matters. When you start each day with this awareness, you'll notice how it cuts through distractions, helping you commit fully to each action and conversation. Step 2. Use memento mori as a guide for your choices. When faced with decisions, big or small, use memento mori as a compass. Ask yourself, will this matter in the end? Or, if my time were limited, would this be worth my energy? This practice encourages you to let go of petty worries, grudges, and fears of judgment. You'll realize that life is too short to waste on things that drain your happiness and peace. By seeing your choices through the lens of memento mori, you're less likely to give your time and energy to things that don't bring you fulfillment or align with your values. Imagine how much lighter and more purposeful your life could feel if every decision was made with the awareness of life's brevity. Step 3. Reflect on the legacy you're building. Consider what you want to leave behind. Memento mori is a reminder that we're all part of something bigger, that our actions ripple out long after we're gone. Reflect on the legacy you're creating each day, not in terms of fame or fortune, but in how you impact the lives around you. Are you kind? Are you honest? Are you present? As you think about your legacy, you'll start to value deeper connections and seek ways to make a positive difference. You'll find that trivial matters fall away, replaced by a genuine desire to be someone who lives with integrity and compassion. Step 4. Cultivate gratitude for the present moment. Remembering death reminds us of the miracle of being here, right now. Every moment, no matter how ordinary, becomes a gift. When you look at life through this lens, gratitude naturally follows. Cherish your meals, your loved ones, your health, and even the mundane moments you often overlook. Each of these could be gone tomorrow, and memento mori encourages us to hold them close while we can. This practice doesn't just make you feel grateful, it makes you more present too. You'll find yourself savoring life rather than rushing through it. Memento mori isn't about fearing death, it's about making life more vibrant and meaningful by remembering that it's temporary. Each day becomes an opportunity to live fully, love deeply, and leave a legacy of kindness and integrity. So don't wait for someday to live as your truest self. Let memento mori be your guide, helping you to appreciate life in a way that few people do. Embrace this mindset and watch as it transforms your days into something precious. 8. Journaling. Picture this. You're staring at an empty journal page, wondering how to begin. What do I even write about? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many people struggle with journaling, especially when it comes to Stoic journaling, which isn't just a dump of your day's events, but a tool for clarity, resilience, and growth. So how do you practice Stoic journaling in a way that doesn't feel like another chore on the to-do list? Let's break it down step by step and make this a daily ritual that's not just useful, but something you look forward to. Step 1. Begin with a morning check-in. Every morning, ask yourself 3 questions. What am I grateful for? What challenges might I face today? How will I handle these challenges? Starting your day with gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's already good. Then, by anticipating possible challenges, you're mentally preparing for the bumps in the road. This isn't about paranoia, it's about building mental resilience. Finally, by deciding how you'll react, you're setting intentions for your day, giving yourself a game plan to stay level-headed and composed. Step 2. Reflect on your emotions. Now, this part is crucial and often overlooked. Throughout the day, jot down any emotional reactions you notice. Let's say you're feeling irritated after a conversation. Pause and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is it within my control? Stoicism teaches us that most things in life are out of our control, except for our reactions. By taking note of your emotions, you're observing them, not letting them drive you. The goal isn't to suppress how you feel, but to understand it. And this understanding is where real growth happens. Step 3. End with evening reflection. At the end of the day, open up your journal and answer 3 simple but powerful questions. What did I do well today? What could I have done better? What did I learn? Think of this as a personal debrief. This reflection doesn't have to be a list of failures. It's a chance to celebrate small victories and spot areas for growth. Maybe you stayed calm in traffic or showed patience when you usually wouldn't. Write it down. Then consider where you could improve. This isn't self-criticism, criticism, it's honest self-assessment. Finally, what did you learn about yourself or the world? Even the smallest lesson counts. Step 4. Revisit and evolve. One of the best parts of Stoic journaling is looking back at past entries. Over time, you'll notice patterns. Maybe you get frustrated over the same things, or perhaps you're handling old triggers better. Rereading your journal is like having a map of your own evolution. You'll see your progress, your resilience, and your growth right there on the page. Practicing Stoic journaling isn't about perfectly following rules. It's about creating a routine that helps you navigate life with more clarity and calm. Each entry you make builds your inner strength, helping you become a little wiser, a little more resilient every day. So, grab that journal, don't overthink it, and let your journey with Stoic journaling begin. One thought, one day, and one page at a time. Thanks for joining me on this journey into Stoicism. Remember, it's not just about learning these principles, it's about living them every day. Start small, practice those strategies, and watch how your perspective shifts. If you made it this far, let me know by writing Stoic in the comments, and you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little Stoic wisdom in their life. And as you go about your day, keep this in mind. You have the power to shape your response to every challenge. Embrace it. See you next time.